we have our x to the x equal to 16x to the minus x, the value of x here. So from here, if you check carefully, you discover that x cannot be equal to 0. That is the number one assumption we have to take here. X cannot be equal to 0. So let's take our solution from here. So we have solution. So the question is x to the x then equal to 16x to the x here. So because we have a constant here, so we want to move all the variables to one side and the constants let it be on the right hand side. In other words, we want to divide through by x to the minus x. And so we're going to divide this by our x to the minus x, and we equally divide this by x to the minus x. So the whole of this, we go with this. Now, if you check this side of this equation, this is the base quantity, this is the base quantity. They are the same. So we apply a law in indices which says that when you have your, let's take our a to the power of b all over your a to the power of c, so this is equal to your a to the power of b minus c. So we can move this up here to give us here, this now implies that our x to the x minus bracket minus our x, everything equal to 16. So we use this to multiply this. That is minus times minus will give us plus. So we're going to have our x to the x plus our x equal to our 16. So let's continue here. So with this, what happened, you now discover that we can add this to give us our x to the 2x equal to our 16. Wow. So what we do next here, we just have to rewrite this exponent. So we can write this as our x to our 2 all raised to the power of x, which is equals to 16. And we can bring this in and bring this out. Okay? Apply the law which says that your a to the power of, let's take m times n is equal to a to the power of your n, or in bracket raised to m. So we can put this in and take this out. So this is going to give us our x to the x all raised to the power of 2 equal to our 16. Again, we want only the quantities that are not having alphabet, that is your variables, to be on this side. So we'll move this to this other side. And for us to eliminate this 2 here, we have to raise both powers to our 1 all over 2. And so this is going to give us x to the x all raised to the power of 2 further raised to the power of 1 all over 2. Then we equally raise this to the power of 1 all over 2 also. And what is this? Because according to this law here, we can use this to multiply this. And so this will go with this. And what is 16 to the power of 2? It is the square root of 16. Right? Good. So from here, if we take the square root of 16, definitely that is going to give us our plus minus. So here we're going to have plus minus here. And so this is going to give us our 4. So we're going to have our x to the x equal to our plus minus our 4. Simple, right? Good. Now, if we're having plus minus 4 here, remember we said x cannot be equal to 0. So definitely x will be greater than 0 also. Yes, x will be greater than 0. But the second condition here is minus 4. So minus 4 will be discarded here, right? So we take only the positive. So taking only the positive, we're going to have our x to the x is equal to our positive 4. And 4 can be written as 2 to the power of 2. So this equals to 2 to the power of 2. So we can do a comparison. So we can now have here x to the x is equal to our 2 to the 2. So by comparison, let's put it here. What is the value of x here now? So it means that our x is equal to 2. So this is the value of x that satisfies this equation, 2. So if you put 2 into this original equation, you discover that it satisfies the original equation. This is how we solve for simple or rhetorical exponential equations of this kind. Thank you for being there. See you in our next class. Bye for now.